What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition. If you've been watching over the last couple weeks, you've noticed that we're focusing on training. We're focusing on movements. We're focusing on mindset. We're focusing on the future. We're focusing on talking about education. We're focusing on a lot of different things. And I just made a post on Instagram. My Instagram is at Marc Lobliner, explaining that my goal this year, and I want this to sound non-self-absorbed. I don't want this to sound like I'm doing great things. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm giving back. You're not, blah, blah, blah. It's virtue signaling, just like wearing a mask in many cases. It's virtue signaling, okay? I don't want a virtue signal. I want to just lead, because I've been led so much of my life by men and women greater than me that I figure it's my opportunity, now that I've made it to where I'm at in life, to give back. How am I going to give back? Well, number one, this year, rumbleintheborough.com, period. I think we could raise well over $100,000 for St. Jude's, for the Shepherd Foundation, and of course, for Legacy of Valor, which is a veterans organization. But bottom line is, what else can you do? Well, it all starts with your community. It starts with what you can do for people around you, for local athletes, for people in need, for homeless people, for people, sick children, people with cancer, people who can't get around, elderly, you name it. What can you do to help them? How can you help your community? One thing we learned about in 2020 is everybody, and we did a video about this, nobody cares. Everybody's out for themselves. But what if we started to care? What if those of us who can afford to care actually went out and made a difference in someone's life and helped somebody get past a hard situation? Where does this come from? Well, you know, it's funny when I think back to the moments in life that made me who I am today. It really stems down to a couple things. Number one is I was fortunate, as I was going down a wrong path, to find my wife. My wife found me and kind of steered me in the correct direction. She's been doing it ever since, because I'm a reckless idiot. But honestly, the main turning point in my life is, I don't know if I've told everybody this, and if you've heard this, I've said it a few times. I was 13 years old. And I literally had to make a decision whether I was going to become somebody or become a statistic. And the only way I get out of my situation was to get to college, and football was my ticket out of that. And I was 13 years old. I was a complete fuck up. Actually, I was 14. And I went up to Coach Miles, who was our linebacker coach. And after everybody was done training, there's more to this story, but I'm going to cut it short. After everyone was done training, I went up to Coach Miles, and at that time, Leon Hatton, who was an outside linebacker, and I said, I want to train with you guys because I need to go D1. I'm 5'8" with high heels on, not exactly oversized, right? That time I weighed about 170 pounds at most, and they let me train with them. And through that time, Coach Miles, who is a reverend, and Leon, who happened to be just a guy who brought me in. Now, he didn't hang out with me at school. He was much cooler than I was, but he brought me in. He let me in. He showed me the way. He showed me how to be a man. He showed me how to lift, how to take accountability, how to work hard. And because of those two men, I am where I am today. And of course, as a senior in high school, there was Coach Scott McCrilla, who really kind of helped me in making the transition from high school to college. When I had my first job, I was hired by a man named Laya Clark. Laya gave me that opportunity to prove myself in corporate America, took me under his wing and showed me a lot of what I know today about how to operate ethically, how to operate in a way that is for success, and how to sell, and how to talk to people, and how to be a man. My brother, same thing. He did the best he could. He was my brother. He had the same situation I had, but he as well steered me in the correct direction. What can we do to help young men, young women in this country? A country that's going through some weird times, right? I have a sneeze coming on. I'm trying to hold it in. Hold on. I think Got it. All right. So, so what can we do as just one person? I'll tell you what I'm doing, and then I want to know what you're doing. I want you to comment down below. I want you to think about ways you can give back to your community. Number one is I'm going to coach as many kids as possible. I don't care what kind of family they come from. I don't care if it's single parent. I don't care if it's double parent. I had 2 parents in my household. I still needed help, right? I don't care if it's high economic stature. I don't care if it's poor. Don't care. But right now, I'm training a couple of youth football players. I'm training them. High school football players, their goal is to go D1, and I can help them get there, right? I'm obviously a father of 3. My goal is to be a better parent. My goal is to spend more time with my kids. Thomas, just last week, started boxing again. He starts sparring next week. I want to be there for them, and I want to spend more time with them, and I want to be better. I want to give more to charity. I want to help raise over $250,000 for charity this year, not including what I donate. We can do better. The fitness industry, which a lot of you are watching this, right? The fitness industry that I've belonged to since I was 17 years old. I'm 40 now. If you can't do the math, that's 23 years. I've been in this industry 23 years. It is a very self-absorbed, it is a very me, I, narcissism. It is a very self-absorbed industry. And it's easy to get caught up in that. It's easy to fall for your own hype. And I see it every day with these social media influencers. Luckily, I'm surrounded by people who care. I'm surrounded by Mike Rashid, who literally goes out of his way to go and help homeless people, to help others. You know, I'm surrounded by Sean Torbati, who's given record amounts to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm surrounded by Chad Vortameshi, who gives to his local community all the time. I'm surrounded by the Currys, who are the most given people in the world. Surrounded by Kara Corey, Jason Corey. A lot of Corys and Currys. I'm really getting confused here. Such giving, honest, and good people. So I want you to do this. I want you to find the toxic people in your life. I want you to try and change them. If you can't, I want you to move on. Surround yourself with the people I surround myself with, and I want you to do better. I want us to take charge of our own communities this year. Look, man, I don't agree with a lot of things going on in the world right now. I don't agree with a lot of things going on with our freedoms right now. But I do know this. I do know that people are good, and I do know that we can make a difference. I know that a lot of people need our help right now. And if we can do just a little bit, if we all gave just 10%, I'm not even talking 10% of your income. That's crazy. None of us can afford that, right? Not a lot of us can't, right? I'm asking you for time. I'm asking you for energy, effort. It doesn't cost me any money to train those kids. Okay. What can you do? Can you pick up trash? I don't know. Can you donate some time to a convalescent home and go help them out? Can you help out some people? Maybe go read to kids with cancer? I don't know. What can you do? But that's my goal. I want to be like Coach Miles. I want to be like Leon Hatton. I want to be like Coach Scott McCrillo. I want to be like my wife. I want to be like Mike Rashid. I want to be like Jason Corey. I want to be like Kara Corey. I want to be like Sean Torbati. I want to be like all those men, all those great men and women who I am surrounded by who are better than me. I want to be like them. And I want you to come join me at Rumble in the Borough. Okay, I want you to join me. It's on May 8th. RumbleInTheBorough.com. I implore you to join me, but we need to make this world a better place. And like I said in my video before, if you can, run for local government. If you want to make a difference in your community, it's not the federal. It's not Biden versus Trump. It's not Pelosi. It's not Schumer. It's not McConnell. It's the mayor. It's the city council. It's the school board. That's who controls your life. That's who impacts your life. Become a part of the solution. Don't just complain. Be a solution, okay? I appreciate you guys watching once again. If you want to support me, I'm at tigerfitness.com. Buy your supplements there. Of course, we carry the Outright Bar. Again, at tigerfitness.com, you're more than just a number, right? The people I talked about, usually people you'll find on Tiger Fitness. Kara Corey has Per Vitam, right? You got Brandon Curry has 015 Nutrition. You got, Mike Rashid, Sean Torbati, my partners at Ambrosia. All right. So that's the thing. You're more than just a number to us. And we really love you guys and we appreciate it. Anyway, guys, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click on that notification bell. I'll talk to you guys next time. That's not a game.